coming down the road. Who's that lady?
For today's event. And here they come. Green flag. Almirola and Truex with a good launch off turn 2. They're dead even into 3.
Truex a little bit of wheel lock up on the outside.
Green flag as Alex Bowman elects the outside row for the start.
All these drivers have seen these lineups. They've looked at their moves, tried to find the best matchup that they pair with. Maybe their teammate, maybe their manufacturer ally. Everybody knows where they want to be. How do they get there?
And there has been no practice at Daytona this week. This is the very first lap in the draft any of these drivers have turned this year.
Saw Alex Bowman there going into turn 3, got a push from Ryan Blaney, and Alex said, I don't think I want anything to do with that. He just kind of moved up and gave the inside away.
It's all yours.
Ryan Blaney.
Ross Chastain right back. Here comes Alex Bowman on the outside. Big show.
Blaney from 4th and Bubba Wallace from, this is a parade. The other one is a barn burner. Let's find out.
Still pushing here. Still lined out. All even. Still 2 by 2.
4 cars coupled together up front. Now 3 on the inside. Larson, Briscoe, and Kyle Busch in the 8.
Connected there. Big push by Briscoe. Moving up right in front of his teammate.
Almirola drops in 3rd from the outside of the front row. Has a look. Thinks better of it. Has another
out
look.
There. Briscoe was trying to go with him. Trying to get the 10 in line on the bottom. Did not work out. Be interesting if Briscoe will move up in front of him. Take the Fords to the front. But that's going to stack up a lot of them Chevys underneath of them. 10 Chevys in this. 7 Fords.
And 4 Toyotas who qualified last night, 20th through 26th.
I'm telling you though, those Toyotas.
Light the fires. Showtime.
And the 65th Daytona 500 is underway.
Five and 22 are connected better to the bottom. Right with you out back. Still in line. 5 and 22 are connected. Right with you. Right with you. Your run will come back. There's a 1 gap behind the 22. They're released down there. Still half off of you. Half your lane. Your help is clear of the bottom. Still half your lane. Bottom coming back by 2 to the with around 1 back. You're still clear down.
Alex Bowman spotter Kevin Hamlin doing air traffic control as they come to near 200 miles an hour, completing lap 1. Led by Kyle Larson. 200 laps, 400 miles.
Ready? Green flag. Come with you. Watch your top. 1 back. Gonna be top and 3.
Well, that didn't take long for 3 wide at the start of this.
Right.
So much for taking it easy.
Look how dirty it is. Wow. Jockeying for position back there. That's what's cool about this place. Right off the bat, you see the confidence they have in their cars. They felt it on the pre-race. Kyle Busch clear down on the bottom. They are all over this racetrack. Slipping and sliding, trying to figure it out. Ricky Stenhouse goes from the front row. He's in trouble.
4 wide in at least 2 places in the field. The first pace car on pit road. Here comes the field to the starting line. Logano elected the inside, and the Pennzoil 400's underway.
Already, Kyle Larson pouncing on that outside. That rookie trying to make a move on Ty Gibbs.
He's got Ross Chastain behind him up high, Kyle Larson. So he knows if he pulls out of line, he's got someone that's going to go with him.
And he does. A big time push right to the back bumper of his teammate, William Byron. Love this place. Look at the 3 wide action all the way back.
24 is almost cleared, but he's 3 behind.
Logano leads lap pace car on pit road. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin address themselves to the starting line. Larson is on the throttle, and we've got a green flag.
You'll be clear all back up. Clear
Got
up,
a really
clear
good jump. I think he kind of caught Denny off guard where he started. Teammate William Byron right there behind him in tow.
And look at what these restarts in that dogleg does. It puts you 3 and 4 wide all the way back through the field.
No, this is one of those really cool tracks where not only can you use the apron on the front straightaway, but you're going to use it a ton in 1 and 2 as well.
Larson Byron, right? 400 miles, new distance for the spring race, and the green flag's in the air.
The old crossover worked already. We've seen that a lot of times. Logano and his team, his teammate Austin Cindric let him up. I think you're going to see them maybe migrate out. I think the line is very interesting on this racetrack. I don't think you want to be caught in that bottom lane very long.
Oh, Blaney moves up in front of Keselowski to stop the advance of the outside lane.
It also puts those 3 teammates right in a row.
Penske 1, 2, 3. Under green.
Led him pretty slow, Kurt.
That was a slow start. We'll see. We're going to see 4 or 5 wide Logjam City. Here we go.
That looked quite orderly.
It was very
All
civilized.
things considered.
4 wide.
That was just the first start. Long race to go.
Now, no guarantees we will have restarts today. This race could go green all the way to the checker. Not likely, but possible.
That's a good point, Mike. I mean, that's weighing heavily on all these teams. Engineers, drivers, everybody. So tight right through there, trying to get things sorted out.
And here comes
Cindric. Give that
Cindric.
spot up.
Cindric on the outside, trying to take second from Reddick. Remember when he dominated in the rain here 2 years ago for
There's
much of
that
the race.
jump you were talking about.
Yeah, Reddick didn't quite get the best turn 1, and he's still trying to reel back, and he might have to settle into third. He's going to throw it in there. We'll see.
Cindric ran him wide, and I don't think he liked it. He dove back down to the inside, took that position away.
And there they go. They're all the way down that long back straightaway. Going to be grabbing 5th gear, 175 miles per hour down into turn 12. My money's on the 45 here at Outbragam.
Off of a 40-mile-an-hour corner, mind you.
Full send right here. Send it in there.
Well, and look at Suarez. Look what it does for him. Those two need to sort that out pretty quick, or else he's going to get a 2 for 1. Seen that many times on that corner.
I think that was generous of Cindric to kind of yield and get settled in here.
Smart.
This is that tight stadium section.
Man, Suarez dove it in
Yeah,
there.
he threw
Took
it in
that
there.
spot. Door slammed Cindric. Almost spun out Reddick in doing so.
And that happens sometimes where that car that's not even expecting anything because the 2 behind them are racing so hard, you end up getting clobbered from 2 cars back.
Cool corner, though. It opens, you have to get that wide entrance, but it opens the door up for somebody to take it, and that's exactly what Suarez did.
Cindric coming right back on the inside. That's the preferred line right there at turn 20.
Man, that's some great racing of positioning back, going back again, and then having some crossovers.
Clean air is so important.
Bowman, Kyle Busch will lead them to green.
What's the 8? Still there, 1 trying to follow.
See Logano on the outside. LaJoie got it loose underneath of him and got him in the wall a little bit, trying to go 3 wide.
3 wide, middle of the pack. Logano on the attack.
Hey, what? That car stuck pretty good up there in that 3rd groove through 3.
Dirt at Bristol.
.24 way up out of the groove. William Byron having trouble, got up too high.
400 laps in the NOCO 400. Ryan Preece, Daniel Suarez take the green flag.
Shut your door. Corner.
Battle to get down now. Suarez can't get clear of him.
There he does.
Gets down. A lot of patience.
And now they address themselves to the starting line. Green flag. The Geico 500 is underway.
Got them teammates paired up on both sides. Going to be interesting. Watch this Christopher Bell. How will he get down there? I think he's going to maybe, well, he might just keep going here. Might see him pairing up with his teams down low.
Yeah,
There it
left-hand
is.
turn right there. We saw that coming. We heard him talk in the pre-race show about how the Toyota drivers have talked about really working together in this race. So I feel like that's something you're going to see with that group pretty quick.
Be interesting to watch because there's safety in numbers. There's a lot more Fords and Chevrolets than there are Toyotas in this race.
See Priest going to the back. I don't know if he got shuffled out or he's got a problem here.
Last one coming inside, clear one lane.
His teammate, Eric Almirola, leads lap 1. Christopher Bell. And green flag. The Worth 400 at Dover is underway.
Kyle Larson already way up on the outside trying to make some hay. It's 3 wide getting into the corner.
Keselowski dropped to the bottom, single file for the first 3. Briscoe on the outside against Blaney for 4th.
Kyle Busch got through the gears really good in that restart, got out front, got to the bottom of the racetrack first.
Green. And the Advent Health 400 is underway.
This is one of those tracks where it's going to be 3, 4 wide, but this is a very uniform start. There is some gentleman respect at the initial start of the race, but there we go.
Sure. Five's holding strong on that outside.
Look at this land rush. 3 wide all the way back.
So many options here at Kansas. That's why this place is so much fun to race. You just go where they're not.
Well, you have to. It's all about clean air, getting that air on your nose of your car. That's where the downforce is. The speeds that we run at Kansas Speedway, all about.
Green flag. The Goodyear 400 is underway.
Is you and him still out there?
Didn't quite clear him off of 2, KP.
Not quite. And you saw Truex bobble just a little bit. He was back to the gas, trying to get up on the outside just a little bit. But here he is in 1 and 2. He's got that outside line, got that momentum coming down the front stretch.
Race is on, getting into 1.
100 laps. Here we go. Green flag. 3 wide into the corner. McDowell way to the outside.
Oh, he lost grip. It was working, Jamie, and it come out from underneath of him. Going to lose some time here.
Yeah, and you saw Josh Berry fighting to get to the bottom. You see right there in front of Justin Haley, and he's able to get to the bottom, lets him in right there.
NASCAR says the start is under review. Still 3 wide off the corner. A lot of beaten back. And Ray Evernham waves that green flag. We're underway, and Daniel Suarez with the jump.
Climbing that back straightaway hill.
Logano second. Buescher cannot get in line. Here comes Briscoe for 3rd and Christopher Bell for 4th. Jimmy Johnson, shotgun on the field. Green flag, the Coca-Cola 600's underway. First time ever that this race has started without the drivers having turned a single lap on the track all weekend.
It's a great point, Mike. You heard William Byron talk about the nerves of leading this pack to green into that turn 1 and 2, moved up.
Green flag and the Enjoy Illinois 300 is underway.
just you two by two. Door.
Man, he almost had him clear off it too. Talking about Kyle Busch. Here comes Blaney on that outside, still holding strong.
Just make a note of that, whether the outside takes advantage of the start or the inside, because that could play implications later when we have these restarts.
Blaney with the drive off turn number 4, back to the line, side by side, even up. Blaney by a foot, leads lap 1. Toyota's honorary starter ready to wave the green flag. And we're racing in Sonoma.
Great jump right off the bat with Denny Hamlin. Christopher Bell almost got in there with him, taking a spot over Reddick. Off the racetrack here a little bit.
You see Reddick fighting back really hard on the outside of Christopher Bell. Clint, I almost thought that maybe Hamlin and Reddick had something worked out. You see Reddick hits that inside curve and loses momentum, but I thought maybe they had worked something out on the start, a little give and take.
Not the best start for Reddick for sure.
Turn 4, Gibbs and Truex side by side for 4th.
Let me tell you this.
Whoa, look at him fan out here to 7.
This is the 4 into 7 that I was talking about. That's the first opportunity, a huge passing zone.
Oh, there's an issue for Suarez. He didn't get off turn 4 very good, and then was slow off 7. Looks like it's running again now.
Starting to get it sorted out here up front.
Off turn 10, and now this shoot into 11. The dive bomb area. Oh, you'll see this all day long.
Yeah, you see all those guys went down to the bottom to block, and McDowell kind of thought about trying to make that outside work. If they stack up enough, you can go to the outside and maybe get beside one of those and get a row or two.
The Ally 400 is underway.
Turn 2, Jeff, clear of Reddick for the lead.
Yeah, Chastain got clear. This racetrack historically has been really wide, a lot of grooves, but yesterday in practice it was kind of one groove on the bottom, so all the drivers trying to figure out where they can go.
A lot of accidents. You see cars moving around, sliding around. A tough Xfinity race yesterday. These drivers have to be taking it pretty easy, making sure they understand how much grip this racetrack has.
Streets of Chicago, down the front stretch they come for the first time.
Here they come off the end of the front straightaway. Tyler Reddick in the 45, wasting no time. He's going to jump to the outside of Denny Hamlin. Hamlin slips off the corner. That'll give Tyler Reddick the advantage. Hamlin in the 11, Reddick in the 45. Surprisingly, side by side for the lead through 1, through 2, and up through Lakeshore Drive headed to turn 3.
Denny Hamlin not giving up the position, battles back on the outside of Reddick. The problem is he won't be in position for turn 4. Very narrow. Will they sort it out? Threading a needle. Hamlin carrying a lot of speed. They somehow go through there too wide successfully. Now it's off from turn 5, back down Columbus as you see the field continuing to file through nice and clean. Really quite shocking, Bags.
It is, and I'm surprised that Tyler Reddick was so aggressive on the initial start, but that aggressiveness has paid off. Here they come into the braking zone. They're going all the way down to first gear. Change for third. You see Christopher Bell in the 20. He'll slide off the corner for a while, and that will open the line for Shane Van Gissenberg, and right now in 7.
Yeah, we see Eric Almirola. He's turned around coming out of turn number 5. We'll see if he can get it going the right direction here.
Well, and we're winding them up here in 6. You got Eric Jones involved, Brad Keselowski's involved, Noah Gregson's into the tire pack. Gregson's going to back it up, but Eric Jones and Brad Keselowski are wedged together now in 6. Here's Brad, he'll back it up, wait for Eric Jones to do the same, and as they came to grief in 6, now they will part peaceably and resume their driving activities.
Take another look at what happened here. That's Eric Almirola coming out of 5. A lot of bumps there. And that concrete, we've heard SVJ say that they could be a little slicker on that surface. And Eric Almirola learned it. Here's the pileup in turn 6.
Yeah, it really starts with the 42 of Eric Jones in the 43.
Ryan Blaney, we're racing in Atlanta.
It's going to be green, green, green.
Still side by side up front. Waiting to see somebody get pushed clear. A lot of good help from behind Jeff, pushing down into turn 3.
Up to speed now. Eric Almirola surges ahead. Joey Logano behind him, fighting for that second spot right now with Blaney. To a Monday afternoon race here in New England. We're racing a Magic Mile. You're going to see those big bumps coming into turn number 3 affecting these cars. You saw it there as they exit 4 for the first time. And it's Bell, Truex, Almirola.
They tap Barber on the shoulder. Just like that, they're off and running down into turn 1, 3 and 4 wide.
William Byron, the pole setter, took the outside lane. Not a surprise as the 4 of Kevin Harvick slides up a little bit, and that bright orange number 4 loses a few spots.
Yeah, lost a little traction there in turn number 1, and it shot him up the racetrack. But everybody chasing after William Byron, Martin Truex Jr. 1 and 2 as they go down Long Pond straightaway into the tunnel turn. Another long straightaway here as Byron trying to separate himself, and they're starting to get a little more single file as they work their way through 3.
Off turn 4, off turn 3 actually. Here comes Byron. We got this race underway. Here comes the cars at speed.
Time before we see the green flag racing at Richmond. Tyler Reddick started up front with Kyle Busch in that front row, but Reddick has separated himself early. 2 by 2 behind him, though. Denny Hamlin in the 11, looking already trying to take second away from Busch.
Truex way up the racetrack there in turn 3 and 4. The 19 losing a few spots.
We're racing in Michigan.
Lined up on that inside. Pretty good organization on both lines. Look at the push to 54 is giving Ross Chastain down into turn 1. Ross going to slide up in front of the 20 and take his air away and clear for the lead.
Ty Gibbs had made the comment, I'm going to push my teammate into turn 1. Well, his teammate wasn't in front of him, so he pushed the 1 of Ross Chastain, and Chastain now out in front of this field.
Martin Truex Jr. flew down into turn 3, taking away 4th spot from his teammate Ty.
Suarez jumps out to a good start. 3 car lengths entering turn number 1. Tyler Reddick in second, but a great battle for third as they enter turn 1.
And we're still going to see the aggressive dive bombs. Look at that's contact SVG down on the inside there, trying to make passes early.
Further back, I think Todd Gilliland got into Brad Keselowski. Both of them got through there, but lost some positions.
McDowell almost wide right there through 4. Now side by side through 5 and 6. This doesn't work. Chase Elliott thinks better of it. Gives up momentum to the 5-car Larson now to the inside. Now Larson will be on the outside of turn 7. Battling for 4th back there. Reddick putting the pressure on for the lead.
Saw Christopher Bell working to the outside, fighting for position. Larson and Van Gisbergen right around them.
That was a lot of contact for SVG and several other cars down in turn 1. You hate to see that on the very first lap. We talked about the chaos on turn 1. The restart zone is going to help, but not take it all away, right? And the intensity is going to continue to pick up in the 3rd stage. Here we go. Christopher Bell right there. See, SVG has to has to correct the car back into the 20. That really makes him the meat of the sandwich.
And to be clear, you're racing against Cup regulars on their ballpark, and I'm telling you, if you run into those guys, they're not going to put up with it very long at all. Patience will be low.
And you see at the very
11. William Byron on the outside of the 24. Green flag is in the air. We're racing into Glen. And right away, you see everyone jockeying for position as they dive into turn number 1. Michael McDowell on the inside of that 24 of Byron. McDowell trying to make this a shortcut into turn number 2.
Here they come up to the S's for the very first time. Denny Hamlin away with the lead, but Michael McDowell poised right behind him, ready to pounce. McDowell in the 34 has gotten by William Byron in the 24, and it's a 3-car breakaway heading up the back straightaway with a scramble on behind them.
McDowell just looking a little bit offline, trying to worry the 11 car a little bit into a mistake here. Awesome to watch these cars come through this corner, down into the carousel. Everybody nice and tidy right against the curb. You might put a little bit of right front tire on the curb there exiting.
McDowell's going to try to put a lot of pressure on Denny Hamlin. He came off the carousel with a little bit of forward momentum. I don't think enough to make a pass. He's showing it to Denny, saying, I want it. Denny blocks the spot. Now back in the throttle, approaching turn 7.
Confidence so high with the 34 team after the win at the Indy Road Course a week ago. Just his second career win, but right now they feel like they're the best on road courses as he has closed the gap once again. He'll look to the inside, up for grabs. 2 by 2, they come through the start zone. Chase Briscoe, Eric Almirola, green flags in the air.
Well done, good plan of attack early from the 2 SHR Fords of the 14 of Briscoe and the 10, the white and black car of Eric Almirola, second car on the inside.
Steve, we saw a faster lap than qualifying at the Daytona 500. Will we see increased speeds with the pack now? They've done some work throughout the year on this package to try to get it as best they can and as much speed as they can. We ride along with the Advanced Auto Parts camera for Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, the speeds are going to be unbelievably high. The cars are better. Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher as the sun sets and the lights.
Sold out here in Darlington. The playoffs are underway. Keselowski making a little bit of movement there to the inside of the 12 of Blaney.
Blaney running really tight right there. That's what you got to do, though, to create the momentum.
It's on their feet as race number 2 of the playoffs is underway. Jeff mentioned they'd be fanning out there in turns 1 and 2, 2 and 3 wide, sometimes 4 and 5 wide on restarts. And already a side-by-side battle for second.
Truex had to get out of the gas there. Larson takes that spot.
Field in the hands of the 20 of Christopher Bell. He gets into the gas. We're racing at Bristol. Denny Hamlin wasn't ready for that one. He got jumped by Michael McDowell in the 34 to second.
That's something to watch all night, Rick. That inside lane, it's very hard to get forward momentum down there.
We're racing in Texas. Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher into the gas first. Side by side as they go through 1 and 2 for the first time and 3 wide back there in row 5.
Yeah, Larson got inside the 20 of Christopher Bell, which forced Denny Hamlin to the 3rd lane, but no battle settled up front as we see Bubba Wallace on the inside, that blue 17 of Chris Buescher on the outside.
Really impressed by Buescher's ability to run that second groove through 3 and 4 with pace early in this race. Not
here at Talladega. Green flag is out.
Green.
It's like a train coming up to speed as the engine churning out the horsepower to get these cars up to speed. Down the backstretch they go, 2 by 2.
It takes nearly a full lap to get to full speed. These engines are restricted down to 450 horsepower, so it takes a little bit of time to get some momentum. Very, very organized to start.
So many times we see manufacturers working together, Fords with Ford, Chevys with Chevys. Well, right now at the start of this race, you've got to dance whoever you have come with.
That's really where a crew chief can help. You know, the drivers can only really do so much.
Start zone, racing at the Roval is underway.
Green flag.
Jeff, you called it. The outside lane for Tyler Reddick, a big advantage. No wheel spin. He's easily clear into turn 1.
Side by side for second. Bubba Wallace trying to come up there and challenge the 20 of Christopher Bell, but it's Bell that has moved out to that second spot, and now Bubba Wallace on the inside trying to get third and secure that position. Daniel Suarez fighting him for the spot.
You can see how tight this racetrack is. It's actually an elevation change. They're actually going downhill right now. Approaching this corner, a heavy left-hander. This is what will put them on NASCAR turn 1, the oval. And it is a very difficult racetrack. You see Ty Gibbs already trying to get underneath Joey Logano.
Speeds upwards of over 150 miles an hour now down the backstretch to a heavy braking zone.
Yeah, I believe the heaviest really on the series, or excuse me, on the circuit. The backstretch chicane and the front stretch chicane, pretty equal, but heavy braking, funneling down, really single thread through the backstretch chicane. You have a chance to go too wide into the front stretch chicane, but you better get it sorted out by exit.
2-3 car lengths separating the top 2 now, and you see them, they're going over that curbing. We're going to see a lot of that. And Steve drivers, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson making up row 1. We're racing in Las Vegas. Martin Truex Jr. with a good push early for Christopher Bell, and he's able to jump out front. Larson has that second spot. Third still contested. William Byron on the bottom of the racetrack, surging ahead now of Martin Truex Jr. And here comes Byron challenging an opportunity to lock themselves into the championship 4. There's Mike Helton waving the green flag.
William Byron right away jumps out of line, 3 wide in the 3rd row.
Quickly, we see Bubba Wallace jumping out front. Martin Truex Jr. did not have the start he was hoping for. Now to the bottom of the racetrack. He challenges for the lead. Lap number 1. A drag race to the line, and it looks like Martin Truex Jr. will go in the air. The Martinsville race is underway.
A little bit of polite teamwork between Gibbs' teammates as the youngster Ty Gibbs in that 54. It's a slow start, allowing Truex to the bottom.
Still a fight for that second spot as Gibbs has the preferred line on the inside. Denny Hamlin in the 11 trying to take. Champion of 2023 will be William Byron, Martin Truex Jr. Green flag is in the air. through 1 and 2 clean. And now the fight for second is on. Harvick on the inside, Martin Truex Jr. on the outside.
As his first lap finishes, the nerves will settle in for the drivers. We heard Kyle Larson. He just wanted to know what he had in his race car. He's getting that right away as he makes a dive onto the flat 3.
Get into my car.